Welcome to the authority. Okay, so taking a deep dive into the next 6 years of the NFL and the NBA. We're going to predict the next 6 NFL and NBA MVPs. So, how do you do with the NBA ones?
I think I did well.
The NBA, it's unfortunate because we know it's not going to be 6 different guys because guys always win back-to-back. We've seen Jokic, Giannis, Curry. We did have the back-to-back Harden Westbrook years, so sometimes there's parity. There's more parity with the NFL. The NFL, I have 5 guys.
Same.
All right, what do we want to start off with?
NBA, since we're in the playoffs.
Okay, so 2024, I think Luka should be MVP, but it looks like it's going to be Jokic.
Yeah, it's going to
But,
be Jokic.
yeah, anyway, let's get into 2025.
Okay, let me start.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I want to preface this. As much as I hate this guy, I hate watching him play, he's a regular season merchant. That's what I'm calling him. I'm standing by that. Joel Embiid will be your 2025 most valuable player. Regular season merchant.
For what reason?
What reason?
I hate Joel Embiid. He's the most boring player in the NBA to watch. I just wanted to get that out of the way. All he does is shoot free throws and make cheap plays.
If he stays healthy during the regular season, like we saw what he was doing this year when he stayed healthy, before he got hurt, he's averaging 36 and 10, 11, 12, however many rebounds. But 36 as a center, that's probably the most since Wilt in a season. I mean, carrying the team, and then Maxey came out of nowhere and just fucking blew
So
up.
this is my 2 reasons why I wouldn't take Joel Embiid as MVP. My 3 reasons. First, I hate him as a Knicks fan.
That's not a reason.
Okay, well, these are good reasons. Second, he made it clear this season that he didn't care about going for that MVP, and if he needs rest, he will rest during the regular season. So even if there's like a slight injury, I could see him doing some load management, just like resting longer than he has to. So he might not meet that game. I'm not predicting an injury. I just know, like, even if he's not injured, he's just sore or something, I feel like he will rest. And then second, we're seeing Maxey take a jump into stardom.
I think that only helps him.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, there'll be.
I would just say it might be taking more shots away from him.
Even if he takes more shots away, Embiid will still give you 33 and 12.
Okay.
And if they're the 1 or 2 seed, I think he has a very good chance.
Well, it might be hard for them to be that 1 or 2 seed with how their role players are, but
I don't think so. I think if Embiid and Maxey stayed healthy this whole season, that they would. Be they would be a top 2 seed. I don't think that's hard to.
This season, yeah. I'm not mad at that take. I honestly, out of all these guys that could potentially be MVP, I don't see him meeting the game requirements since he has this narrative of not being successful in the playoffs because he is going to lose in the first round tonight. So I think he's going to prioritize his health, especially coming off this injury where he missed half the season. They dropped from almost the 1 seed to the 7th seed.
I think if he doesn't get a serious injury, he'll play the 65 games. It really just comes down to if he gets injured or not. And I think if he doesn't, I think he has a very good chance.
Yeah, so I'm not mad at that take. Next up, I have, for my MVP of 2025, it's Luka Doncic. I think he should have won this year. He was averaging like a 35-point triple-double. He's playing absolutely insane. He's obviously not going to regress. He's probably going to have around the similar numbers. And the thing that's holding him back for some reason is that they were only the 5th seed, even though Westbrook won MVP as like a 6th seed recently, 7 years ago now, actually, or 6 years ago. But I think they're going to have a full season with this new team with Gafford and Washington, so they could have a better record. And I think now that they know how to build around Luka, they could be a little bit more successful with that with one more trade and a couple of free agency signings. So I'm banking on the Mavericks being a top 4 seed, and they'll finally give him his respect. And the voter fatigue, for some reason he has, will finally be over.
First player to have voter fatigue before he got voted for MVP.
But my thing is, I think if the Mavs are a top 4 seed, he'll get MVP if he's averaging these same numbers.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of my thing with Embiid. So, I mean, I like the pick because in 2026, my pick is Luka Doncic. So
Yeah.
2025, 2026, he's gonna win one of those years probably.
Yeah. Are you happy for the same reasons? And you're saying if they're a
Yeah.
top 4 seed?
Yeah, I mean, if the team is built the right way, if their defense, can play defense.
Which they're on pace to being built the right way. They already took 2 steps with the
Yeah,
Washington and Gafford trade.
Yeah, they played good in the second half of the season. Won a couple win streaks. I like the Gafford Washington signs.
Yeah.
2 tough guy role players. Washington can shoot a little bit, kind of inconsistent on that side, but if he plays a little bit of defense, I think that really helps this team.
My 2026 MVP is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think this team is only going to get better, and they'll probably still have the same core in 2 years. And with Shai, I would think the Thunder would be a top 3 seed because as their average age is 23, and they're at 1 seed already, and Shai's only going to get better. And his defense is besides 2 other guys on this list. Besides the people in the race right now, he's the best defender of all of them. So I think that defense will help put him over the top because he'll only probably become a better defender. So I'm taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with my 2026 MVP.
Okay, here's my thing with Shai, and I was thinking about this. I know you like J-Dub a lot. I do too. I think J-Dub within the next 2 years is going to become close to a superstar, and that might take away from Shai a little bit. Not the team success, just his player success. And I think Chet too. Chet is going to just keep developing. You see how good he was in his first year of playing professional basketball. Yeah. I think these 2 are only going to get. Obviously, Shai's only going to get better, but these guys are only going to get better as well.
So maybe his points go down from 31 to 28, but then his assists might be going up if he has better shooters.
He definitely could still win an MVP.
Yeah.
I just don't think he will.
Okay.
2027, I got back to back. I got Luka back to back.
So I couldn't not put a back to back MVP in these next 5 years. These next 6 years because it's just been happening throughout history. There's always back to back MVPs. For my 2027 take, I'm taking Victor Wembanyama.
In his 4th year?
In his fourth year, Victor Wembanyama, so he'll be 23 years old. Yeah, he'll be 23 years old. What we saw in his rookie season was historical, amazing defense, amazing offense. Like I said with Shai, the thing that's going to help Vic's case the most is that he's also going to be probably the best defender in the league at this time. And hopefully the Spurs will figure it out in 3 years to build around him. And he just might be so good that they don't need that much more. They need another All-Star, though, which I think they can get in the next 3 seasons' time because there's going to be people who want to play with Vic. There's going to be free agents who want to play with Victor Wembanyama. So I'm taking Vic 2027. And then I'll go right into 2028. Vic is my back-to-back MVP. He's going 2 years in a row. We're back into the dominant force of big men. We saw Giannis win back-to-back. We saw Jokic win back-to-back, yeah.
So he's going to be in his 4th year winning his first MVP.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be a free agent after his 4th year. Maybe if he has a player option, maybe he'll take the player option or re-sign. But say he becomes a free agent, he doesn't re-sign with the Spurs. You think he's still going to win MVP back-to-back?
Yeah, if he's leaving the Spurs, he's probably going to an even better team, I would assume. I don't know why he would leave that situation where he just won MVP. I doubt that's ever happened in history when someone wins MVP and then leaves the next year.
No, I don't think
someone's won Finals MVP and left the next year.
I'm sure if he wins in 2027, he's going to stay in 2028.
But he'll be
putting it out there.
He'll be the second youngest. No, Rose was 23.
So
he'll tie Rose. And if anyone's going to do it, it's this guy, the future potential GOAT. But yeah, I got Vic 2027, 2028. And he'll probably, he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year both those years also.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe next year too.
Yeah.
All right, 2020.
I don't know about next year just because of the team success.
Okay, yeah, true. 2028.
2028, I got Ant. I think I like the way.
Love it.
I like the way this team is built. I don't know how many good years of defense and basketball Gobert has in him, but if Gobert, how old is Gobert?
This is the other guy I was talking about where his defense elevates him too, because this is another. He's one of the best defensive.
Okay, Gobert is 31. So if they get Gobert off this terrible deal and they re-sign him after this deal's up, and he's still there with Ant, they still have Cat, they still have this core.
It's not even a bad thing if they don't have this.
Even if I think he just needs either one of Cat or Gobert. He just needs that second star, and bringing the pieces around him that he needs. He's gonna win an MVP.
I love
in
it.
his
I love
career.
it.
He's gonna win an MVP.
Yeah, it's like even if Gobert leaves, you move Cat back to the 5, or you just move Naz Reid to the 5 position. I think they would be fine even without Rudy Gobert.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love that he's showing now. So remember I was saying in the last episode I made the prediction Paolo Banchero will be that superstar who gets all the media attentions and makes that huge jump. I didn't realize not that many people were aware of Anthony Edwards because he's getting an insane amount of media attention.
I mean, after you sweep KD and Booker,
Yeah.
I mean, it's rightfully
No,
so.
but I'm saying Anthony Edwards is definitely the highlight of the playoffs so far.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I didn't because I just assumed most people knew Anthony Edwards was a superstar, but I guess not.
I mean, you could argue Brunson too, and Maxey, both of them. Both
I
of
would
them have been
say
insane.
more so Maxey. Yeah, I would think Brunson's. Yeah, Brunson.
I mean,
too.
putting up 40 in the playoffs twice, and Maxey
Yeah.
did it once, and then he.
Well, no, I'm
had
saying a
30.
guy not a lot of people knew about, but I guess Brunson's in that
I mean, I feel
category
like
too.
that doesn't really. It's not that it's a guy that no one knows about. It's just that guy who takes the next step.
Yeah, I'm saying that people didn't really expect. I'm saying to like the casual viewer.
Okay, yeah.
Like our other roommate was like, "Why does this guy Anthony Edwards keep coming up on my TikTok For You page?"
Yeah, and we were watching the Knicks Sixers
Exactly.
the other night. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Who's this guy who's making all these?"
Yeah.
threes?"
So yeah, and that was Maxey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I mean, as a Knicks fan, Brunson's cycled into my eyes and brain hole 24/7. So I guess I was oblivious to that, but probably Brunson too. 2029. This is where I have Luka Doncic grabbing another MVP. I feel like in a while we haven't seen a guy win MVP and then not win for another 3 years. So this was a little bit of a risky pick, but Luka's still going to be in his prime at this point. He's going to be like 28, 29. So this will be I would assume this might be the last time he wins MVP. And also we know his like athleticism isn't going to decline. It could only get better probably because he hasn't even reached his prime. And we're like I'm saying, the Mavs will probably still be good. The Mavs will always be good with Luka Doncic, but who knows? 2029, he could be on another team.
Yeah. You think he stays in Mav for life?
This is the thing. This is the thing with, if I had to predict two guys to stay for life, like Luka Doncic and Victor Wembanyama, I think would stay for life. I don't know. I guess
you can't predict a guy like Wemby yet.
the reason I say this is because the Mavs and Spurs both have had Hall of Fame players who have stayed in the past, so they know how to keep their superstar happy and want them to stay with them, and they're good at building around a superstar.
I think
As in Dirk and Duncan.
I can see Embiid staying if they build the right team around him. Like when he gets older, I feel like he's not going to be as much of a crybaby in the playoffs, and he needs the ball and he can't do anything without the ball. I think eventually he's going to become a better role player. So
See.
I think I can see him staying in Philly for maybe all of his career. I can see it.
Embiid would be the one I would just most likely choose him to leave, just because there has been trade rumors about him before, not from him directly, and just
There's
because
trade rumors all the time.
he has not with a lot of these stars though, mostly with Embiid, you don't hear any trade rumors about Joker. Just because he hasn't had that much playoff success, he might want to try and find it somewhere else.
I mean, yeah, obviously there's going to be nothing for Jokic. You just want to chip.
And then like Ant, I can't really. I could see Ant leaving. Shea, I like Shea and Ant are kind of too early to tell. But they seem like guys who might leave.
2029.
Yeah, who's your pick?
I got Wemby.
There we go. There we go.
I think year 4 might be too early, just because I don't know what they could do. The Spurs, how they could build around.
Yeah,
him.
now that I'm looking at that, I didn't realize how young he was going to be.
Like, yes, if there's anyone to match or break D Rose's record, it's Wemby. But like, I just don't know if they have the team to do it. Like, he would their roster right now is awful. Like, he is by far their best player, and I just don't know how easy it is to bring in talent to surround him. But I think by year 6, maybe he's on the Spurs, maybe he's not. He's going to be surrounded by talent in year 6, 100%.
There's no way Wemby's gone by year 6. You see, like, all these stars the past decade or so, they're not leaving that early. What guys have left that early? Like, I would see him leaving after that next contract, maybe. But I feel like not a lot of these superstars have left that early.
No, you're right, but I think it's possible.
Yeah.
If he does, but I'm saying even if he doesn't leave, he's going to be surrounded by talent by year 6.
Yeah.
There's no way that he's
Yeah.
in San Antonio for 6 years and they don't do anything about it.
Yeah. Especially with an organization like San Antonio.
Yeah.
Next up for 2030, this is where I have Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, and Devin Booker, my 3 favorite players. So I love that at least one of them is going to win MVP. I was thinking of putting Book in here, but I get too much talent.
I
But
don't think Book could win it.
Yeah.
The more I've been thinking about it, I don't know. Ant's way more of a playmaker, better
Yeah.
defender. I don't know.
no, yeah, that's why
I think he has
put
more
it.
potential.
That's
yeah.
why I put Edwards.
Uh,
Oh, and you have Luka here.
2030, I got Luka again. I think Luka wins at least 3 times, maybe 4 or 5. Just because of his numbers. His numbers are ridiculous every season, 35-point triple-doubles.
And the way he plays, it's not like because he's like almost like, even though they're completely different
He doesn't
positions,
rely on
it's like a
athleticism.
Jokic, yeah.
So he's not going to... I mean, maybe he'll burn out, but not this early.
Yeah.
Not in year, whatever this would be.
He'll be 29 or 30. Oh, wow. Oh, that might be risky, 30. Because we were just looking before this episode.
I don't think that's risky.
The oldest MVP recently was like LeBron at 28.
I
Which
think
was in 2020.
I think Luka will be fine.
Yeah.
I think that might even be his peak.
Yeah, I agree. So let's head into the NFL. 2025, I got a guy who was a rookie this year, and he had a fantastic season. And he had a couple weeks where he was injured, and that put his MVP stock down. I'm going with C.J. Stroud.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, let me give my. So we saw what he did with this roster. It got completely turned around coming into this season, and he led a Texans team to the playoffs as a rookie and was an MVP candidate. Now coming into this season, they have a solid receiver in Nico Collins. They have Tank Dell year 2, who also had an amazing rookie season, so I can see him taking a big step as well. And now they have a top receiver in the league in Stephon Diggs, so now he's just getting more weapons, which will only improve his stats more and make this team's record better. So that's why. What do you think? You hot take?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win MVP.
Think he has a chance?
Yeah, he has a chance just because of the addition of Diggs. I mean, depends on what their connection is like, but I think it's gonna be tough for him in year 2, especially connecting with a new receiver
Okay.
after he's.
Well,
I
he
mean-
was connecting with all those. He was playing with all new people year 1.
I know, but now
and
he's
he
used
was
to
able
these
connect
guys.
with them.
He's used to
Yeah,
the
okay.
system. I don't know how. I mean, Diggs and Allen were great in year 1, I think, but I don't know. We'll see. I think they'll have a great season. I just don't know if we'll
Yeah,
have an
especially when
MVP
they're going to
season.
win their division.
I don't know. My Colts are coming. My Anthony Richardson.
Is that your MVP?
No,
Who's yours?
I got a boring pick, but I got Mahomes. I think the addition of Marquise Brown, the addition of Xavier Worthy,
The
Two
rugby
s-
guy.
I don't give a fuck about the rugby guy. The 2 speedsters. I mean, you saw what he did last year. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You give him more weapons. He's Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna win at least one more. Probably more.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I have him later on. For my 2026 MVP, originally I had Josh Allen, and then Sam mentioned this guy, and I totally forgot about him. I'm taking Joe Burrow. This is really biased.
I got him
because-
too. I got him.
Oh,
too.
you got him for that year?
2026. I got Joe Burrow.
Yeah, if we're going, because I feel like it's either. Oh, you have Allen later on. Well, I feel like, in my opinion, it's going to be Burrow or Allen. One of them might not win it, and if I got to choose someone, he's got the better team surrounded by him. He's got Jamar Chase. Hopefully, in the future, he has Justin Jefferson.
No, he will not.
My prediction is that Justin Jefferson's on the team by this time. But Joe Burrow, he was injured this year. The year before that, he was amazing. The year before that, he was injured.
The
The
whole thing with Burrow is just stay healthy.
Yeah.
And you have a chance.
When
to
he's
win
healthy,
MVP.
he is.
He's
You
an
see,
MVP.
the narrative changes so fast in the NFL because after he beat the Chiefs and went to the Super Bowl, the conversation was who's the better quarterback, Joe Burrow
Which is
and Mahomes.
insane.
Yeah.
After what, year 2? That was his second
Yeah,
season.
exactly. And then he gets injured.
Relax.
He got injured this season,
Yeah, I think the whole thing
and
with
then
Burrow,
the narrative is like I see rankings where he's not even top 8.
the thing with Burrow is
It's just ridiculous.
Just stay healthy. You're in the MVP conversation every single
Also-
year of your career
Yeah.
almost if you stay healthy.
Also, the thing with Joe Burrow was last year. One of the reasons why he got injured was last year was because they had a terrible offensive line. They just drafted. They signed someone, I forgot who it was, and they drafted someone at 15 or 16.
You
I
think
forgot
Higgins
what it was.
will still be a Bengal in 2 years? Did they re-sign him? I forget now. Or is he?
Yeah, I
is
think
he-
he's signed. They just have to. He's in trade rumors though.
I know he's been in trade rumors. What's his contract looking like? There's so much.
I think
talk.
no matter, as long as he has Chase and a couple decent weapons, I think he could still put up MVP numbers. He's going to have one of the best receivers in the league in Jamar Chase. I don't see Jamar Chase leaving.
Oh, this is last year. He's on a 1-year deal.
I think no matter what weapons, he'll be okay.
If he has Jamar Chase, he has solid other receivers, he's fine.
Yeah. And now that the offensive line has improved, that's going to help him a lot to stay healthy.
Yeah. 2027, I got Josh Allen.
Ooh.
I think he might be like a Drew Brees type of guy where he doesn't win
That's
one.
what I was thinking.
It's definitely possible, but I think I really like Keon Coleman. I really do. And I think in 3 years he's going to progress
And
into
Khalil Shakur. And Kincaid.
I was gonna say Kincaid. I really like Kincaid too. I think Kincaid could be a top 5 tight end. I think not Shakir. Dude,
Well, Shakir is solid. He's underrated.
He's okay, but I think Keon Coleman could be a top 15 receiver in 3 seasons. I don't think that's that hot of a take.
Yeah, I mean, also if they
If
they don't have a good season this year, they might get a decent draft pick again and draft another.
And I think
good receiver.
If he's not happy with his core this year, maybe Keon Coleman doesn't have the year people were expecting. They trade for a receiver.
Could Josh Allen be gone in 3 years and he's in a better scenario?
I think he stays a Bill for a while.
For my 2027, I'm taking Caleb Williams. So I'm going a young guy 3 years later.
I like it.
I mean, he's already got... The Bears are finally on pace. They have all the weapons they need. They have DJ Moore. They have Roma Dunze, who could be a top 10, top 8, top 7 receiver in 3 years.
Yep.
And the Bears are not known for developing their QBs recently
ever.
Yeah, Fields, Trubisky, best Bears receiver. I mean, Bears quarterback in my lifetime was Jay Cutler. But I think
Legends.
I think this is a guy where they don't really need to know how to develop him. He's just that good because he is a generational talent. And he already has amazing weapons coming into year 1. So if he's competing year 1 and year 2 as a top player, and then year 3, he's going to be well developed. Like he was just going to be used to playing with these guys.
Okay, 2028, I have kind of a crazy.
No, did you do? Oh yeah, 2027 was Josh Allen.
Yes, 2028, I have kind of.
This was my crazy pick. I have him in later on. Go ahead.
I got Jordan Love.
I love it.
Yeah, I see the potential in Jordan Love. He looks like a Rodgers clone out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of scary. And
I mean,
if these receivers,
the Cowboys.
Yeah, if these receivers get good, like really good, like Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Dobbs. Who's the other rookie they had?
Yeah, we just have to hope the receiving core.
I can't remember the guy's name. But anyway, they have like 5 really solid receivers who have the potential to be all
and he can also make them better,
type of guys. And I like Musgrave. He's good too.
The thing with Love is we just have to.
And they have Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs too.
Yeah. Well,
he's probably not going to be
by
there
that time.
in 5 seasons,
he won't be
but
there.
I'm just saying it might help his progression.
But I fall victim to the Jordan Love after the playoffs. I you know what I'm saying, when Jordan Love performed in the playoffs and everyone was calling him like a top 8 QB. I saw people saying Love's better than Burrow.
If you go back and watch the first half of his season,
he was
pretty bad in the first half of the season.
The first 4 games he was really good.
They started off,
but then
really
after
good.
that he wasn't good.
Then he sucked,
yeah.
and then he picked it up at the last couple of games. They beat the Chiefs, they beat the Lions, they beat some good teams,
and then absolutely destroyed the Cowboys.
But also, I think they need him to stay with, what's the coach's name now?
Mike McCarthy?
No, Mike McCarthy's the Cowboys coach.
Oh my God.
LaFleur.
Oh yeah.
I think LaFleur needs to be there for his progression.
Okay, so in 2028, like Sam said before, this guy will win several more MVPs. I have Patrick Mahomes. I actually only have Mahomes once in here. Like I said, Kelsey might be gone by then or in his last season. But like Sam said,
Kelsey's gone by then for sure. He might retire this year.
But as Sam said, they got Xavier Worthy. He's still gonna have weapons. Maybe they'll have Rashee Rice. Maybe. I noticed you didn't mention him.
I forgot about him.
Yeah. I thought you didn't mention him on purpose. But if I
was just talking about the guys they were adding.
Yeah, I mean, if they do have him still, that's a great weapon for him. And even if they don't, let's say they don't have any weapons.
A great weapon in the vehicle.
We saw what he used with fucking Kadarius Toney and fucking rookie Rashee Rice and what he used with his weapons this year, and he won a Super Bowl. So no matter who is on this team, Mahomes can make them look like a top receiver. So I'm taking Mahomes in 2028.
Okay, and I'll take Mahomes in 2029.
Oh, so you got Mahomes twice in here.
Yeah.
I like it.
How many does he has? How many MVPs does he have? 2?
He has 2 right now.
Yeah, he wins at least 4. Maybe 5.
I thought he was going to win this year. I was about, like this past year over Jackson.
Lamar was too good this year.
And then 2030.
Oh my God! I didn't put
What?
Lamar in here.
Yeah, I didn't put him in either. You think who would you put him over?
Probably Josh Allen. If
Yeah,
I had to
okay,
choose someone.
okay. That's the best choice.
Or Jordan Love.
Josh Allen. The Bills are just a little bit of a mess right now.
Well, right now, but this is
Yeah.
this is 3 seasons.
Yeah, hopefully they can figure it out in 3 seasons. Next up, I have C.J. Stroud once again. They're good. Hopefully, I'm thinking C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell by this time going to be the universal best receiver and quarterback duo in the league. Maybe not the best, but top 5.
Who? Stroud and who?
I mean, not. Who did I say?
Tank Dell.
Yeah, I said Tank Dell.
Oh.
Yes, Stroud and Tank Dell.
I was just wondering who you choose out of
Oh,
those
yeah.
3 guys.
And then this team.
I like Nico Collins a lot.
Yeah, and the defense is good with Will Anderson. They're set. They got a young defense, young offense. They're set
Derek
up for a
Stingley.
while. I like Dalton Schultz. Not many people like him.
He's
But-
okay.
But I think Stroud, we're looking at a generational QB. I think by this time he's going to have a Super Bowl as well. So I'm taking C.J. Stroud for all the reasons I said before why he'll win this upcoming season.
I think Stroud can definitely get 1 or 2 in his career. And I don't have him on this
You
list.
don't have
but
him at all.
But he could definitely win after
Yeah.
year. What is that?
I mean, he's going to be like, what, 20,
He could
28?
definitely win after year 7. He can win in year 8, year 9, and I wouldn't be surprised.
20
But, 2030. Oh,
I'll go 2030
You go
first.
2030.
I'm taking Jordan Love for the same reasons as Sam. A big thing is just how these receivers progress. Also, if Jordan Love's the top QB, we might see a star receiver want to go over there. So yeah.
yeah, maybe soon. Maybe Jordan Love is the next.
Maybe we'll see, like, you know how this past offseason a lot of division rivals have been going to each other. Maybe we see a little Justin Jefferson action.
Or we see Odunze.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Wow. Yeah.
Speaking of Odunze,
DJ Moore.
and the Bears give me Caleb Williams MVP in 2030.
Oh, so you have him a couple of years after me. Okay.
Yeah, I got him in years. Year.
I know
6.
you love Caleb. I thought you were gonna have him in here a couple times.
Yeah, the NFL is. I'm kind of I don't know about my predictions that much. I think these guys will all win within the next 6 years. It
Yeah,
might
it's
be a
just
completely
the
different order. But
We have the same 6 guys.
I don't have Stroud.
Oh yeah.
But I think Caleb will win within the next 6 years. Maybe he'll win in year 2 or 3. But I don't know how much he needs how much time he really needs to win an MVP.
Yeah, because the team's already
Lamar and
built pretty
Mahomes both won in pretty much their
Yeah.
first full season playing. So I mean,
well. And look how good his team is right now.
yeah, his offense is looking good for him. I think they just need to
And
build.
I didn't even mention they got DeAndre
I think
Swift. They're running
maybe
back.
a little better of an offensive line, and you're looking at a top 5 offense in the upcoming years.
Yeah, I mean, let's say their offensive line. I mean, let's say they're not too good the next couple of years. They're just going to draft some linemen, sign some linemen. So.
Imagine he's just like a huge bust, and he just fucking sucks.
You know who I was debating putting on here?
Who?
Because we've seen the mobile quarterbacks be successful in the NFL. Jaden Daniels. I was debating throwing him in here.
I think if anyone wins an MVP aside from Caleb Williams in this class, it's Drake May. But I don't hate the Jaden Daniels take. I don't know. He can be in a Lamar replica for sure, or he can also be like a Jalen Hurts replica. Who knows? So,
I think I'm more confident with. Well, Jalen Hurts almost won MVP.
yeah,
2
but
seasons
I don't
ago.
think he's ever gonna come close again.
I think I'm more confident with my NFL predictions than my NBA ones. Or I like at the same level.
Well, I think
maybe.
the NFL's a little easier because you're narrowing
Yeah.
it down to one position. There's only really 32 guys who can win.
Like with the NBA, who knows? There might only be 3 guys who win it in the next 6 years.
yeah, or there could be 2 guys. There could be.
We could see
literally-
Luka 3 years and then Wemby 3 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
I mean, there hasn't been a 3-time MVP in a row since Bird in '86.
Yeah.
Might see. Oh, never mind. I was going to say we might see Jokic, but Embiid won't.
Embiid stole it. Embiid stole
Yep.
it from him.
Yep.
God damn you, Embiid.
So, can we talk about the playoffs real quick?
Yes. The Nuggets versus Timberwolves is about to feed families.
And I have the Timberwolves. So 2 episodes ago, I said Timberwolves were making it out of the West, and then the next episode, I said they're losing in the first round, and they swept the Suns. This Timberwolves team looks absolutely
And
amazing.
then wait till the Nuggets win one game.
No,
and
no,
then,
no,
and
no,
then
no,
it's
no,
Nuggets
no.
in 6.
So I told you about the game plan with the Wolves should do. I would put Karl Anthony Towns on Nikola Jokic because he has improved his perimeter defense, and then you have Rudy Gobert in that paint to help out with Aaron Gordon coming as the lob threat, and then when Jokic drives, and you have Jaden McDaniels to lock the fuck up on Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr.
He's not guarding Jamal Murray.
So Michael Porter Jr., which was a problem for the Lakers. The Lakers didn't have any way to guard Michael Porter Jr. So now the Wolves have an answer for him. And then Anthony Edwards, as we said before, is a really good defender, so he would be guarding Jamal Murray. So
I think it's going to be... I think everyone's going to get... I think McDaniels will get a take at
Give me
Murray.
the Wolves in 7.
I like the Nuggets in 6. I think this Wolves team just isn't ready to beat a team like the Nuggets. Just the championship DNA. I just don't think they have it yet, but maybe next year.
I've seen some people say the Wolves don't have the experience, but
not the experience. I just think they don't have the championship DNA that the Nuggets have.
Yeah.
They want to like Gobert and Conley and
when was the last time we
Kyle
saw
Anderson.
a team go?
These guys have experience.
When was the last time we saw a team go back-to-back finals? It hasn't been since not even win back-to-back, go back-to-back. The last time was the Warriors. That team had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green.
Well, they got the best player in the
But
world,
the thing
Jokic.
The thing with the Wolves is they do have experience because Anthony Edwards cooked 2 seasons ago in that Timberwolves Grizzlies series where it went to 6, and then last year they played against the Nuggets and he as an 8 seed and he played really well and they took a game from them. And then Rudy Gobert, he's had all those years on the Jazz. Same with Mike Conley, the Jazz and the Grizzlies. So,
I'm not saying they don't have experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean by championship DNA.
Like they just have. That,
I'm not mad that this series I could go either way with. I'm just leaning towards the Wolves.
The Timberwolves can definitely win.
But I'm not mad with the Nuggets because they do have the best player in the world and they have the best playoff riser. They have arguably the best point guard in the playoffs right now with Jamal Murray.
If Ant can put up 40-point games consistently in this series, they're gonna win. But I just don't know if that's gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
What?
Consistently put up 40-point games?
Like he wasn't last series, I'm saying. He did it twice, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that will happen this series. But
yeah, I don't think so. I mean, but if he can average 35 this series, they're gonna win. But I don't know.
And then I have my Knicks winning tonight against the Sixers. I'm gonna be really fucking stressed if they lose it tonight or if they blow a 3-1 lead. But after the Knicks win, you have the Knicks winning tonight. So the Knicks win tonight. They would play. Are we saying they're gonna play the Pacers, right?
Sadly, they're going to play the Pacers.
That's a 5-game series?
That could be a 5 or 6 game series. That could be a sweep. That could be a sweep.
So we're looking at the Knicks in the... No, I don't want to discredit the Pacers. I mean, just because they do have 2 All-Stars right now. We don't have 2 All-Stars. Like, just Siakam putting up a 30-point triple-double again or playing, like, All-NBA Siakam.
But the Knicks... interior defense is miles ahead of the Bucks interior defense, especially without Giannis.
Also the perimeter defense.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so give me Knicks in 4. So that means we're looking at the Knicks in the conference finals.
Wow. I don't want to discredit the Pacers. Knicks in 4.
We're looking at the Knicks in the conference finals, and then Celtics versus. I kind of want to. I'm leaning toward the Magic in this series, honestly.
And against the Cavs.
I'm going back and forth, but I think either team gets.
Well, it's 3-2. Magic got to win 2 in a row.
Yeah. I think either team gets out of it is losing in 5.
I think the Cavs can push it to 6.
With how they're playing against this Magic team, they got blown out twice by them and barely won last game. They got an Evan Mobley game-saving block. I guess Mobley and Allen against Porzingis will be good, but then
Porzingis is hurt.
Oh yeah, but how many? It's just a calf injury.
He has the same injury as Giannis.
Oh, okay.
So he could be out for the first 3-4 games next series, which does not help the Celtics.
Yeah, but then you have Holiday and White on Garland and Mitchell, because their big men don't produce that much offense. So you're looking at their backcourt.
But that rim protection is really helpful, especially when they don't have a spot-up shooter Porzingis out there.
Yeah, it's gonna be real. It's gonna be tough. But I'm not gonna be tough if I'm saying it's gonna be tough if it's gonna be in a sweep or in 6, I guess. But I'm taking Celtics in 5.
Okay.
But I'm not mad at 6. I respect the Cavs, even though we smacked them last year. And then next up we have. I'm saying the Mavs are winning the series.
Yeah.
So we have Mavs versus Thunder And I love, these are my two favorite teams in the West
Give me
right
the Mavs in 6. Give me the Mavs in 6.
Give me the Mavs in 6 as well. Give me the Mavs in 6 as well. I hate to... I'm not going to make a prediction on this series because I love the both teams so much. I can't do it.
This is such a weird coaching battle, though. It's Jason Kidd versus Mark Dignon. I don't know who wins that. Kidd's been good at the playoffs. I'm very surprised. He's coached
he brought that team to the
He's
conference
coached a very
finals.
good defense this playoff so far. They've played great defense in 3 out of 5 games, and the other 2 games they didn't play bad, but they had spurts where they were playing really bad.
I just don't see why the Thunder would lose. Like, what they would do wrong. You know what I mean? I don't...
Yeah, Dort is going to be on Luka, so that will be tough. But then who's guarding Kyrie? Shea? I don't know.
Shea's a very good defender. Shea's an All-NBA defender.
He is, but it's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, but then who's guarding Shea? Derrick Jones Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him I'm gonna take. Unfortunately, I'm gonna take the Thunder in 7. Right now, my finals right now is Wolves Knicks. What's yours?
Nuggets Celtics.
Okay, he's sticking with the basic answer still. I want it to be a little unique. I'm taking the Wolves.
I'm sticking with the answer I've had all season long.
I think the Knicks can match up well against the Celtics. I'm not going to go into depth why because we've been talking too long, but I can explain that next episode.
Until next time.
Peace.